Video game secrets used to be legends. Now, they're just chores on a checklist you found on a wiki. You didn't discover a secret, you followed a tutorial like an autistic monkey. Let's talk about why the magic is dead and why it's probably your fault. You ever feel like you've been lied to? I'm Riley, by the way. No, I'm not talking about your organic deodorant. By the way, if you're using that stuff, I'm gonna tell you right now. You fucking stink, dude. I'm talking about video games, the ones we grew up with, the ones that, if you push the right sequence of buttons, the universe would just open up. It's as if there was a ghost in the machine. But let's be real here, it's 2026 and the secret is dead. We didn't kill it. We autopsied it while it was still breathing. We went from whispers during recess to a line of code on a leaked spreadsheet. Today on Pixeltology, we're looking at how we traded mystery for math. And if you have a short attention span, don't worry. I've added enough bright-colored Easter eggs to keep even a tater-tot tasting TikTok-addicted toddler tied to and totally tip-top tuned in. Let's go! 1979, Atari. A guy named Warren Robinette is tired of being treated like a used poopy toilet paper after a family Del Taco night by a company that didn't give his developers any credit. So, Warren got salty. I'm talking eating soy sauce-covered anchovies and the Dead Sea levels of salt. He hid his name in a secret room in a game called Adventure. Ooh, wow, so original. This was the birth of the first Easter egg, allegedly. But to find it, you had to move a gray pixel, literally one single pixel, into a specific wall, and it took a kid an entire year to find it. Imagine being so desperate for a "good job, Warren" from your boss that you had to hide your name in a game that looks like a digital eye exam. But to be fair, this single act was a forever game changer. Now sometimes, the secret isn't a name, it's just a mistake. Take Silent Hill 2 for instance. For nearly 2 decades, players swore there was a map hidden in the game's code. And in 2018, someone finally found it. By pressing a complex series of buttons, Start, L2, R2, and L3, well, now that you hear it, I guess it's not that complex, to be honest. But anyway, regardless, you unlock a mini-map in the corner of the screen. 20 years it took to find this map. That's not a secret. That's just James Sunderland being as bad at directions as he is at marriage counseling. Now, if you haven't played Silent Hill 2, that joke just, it didn't land. The guy's a prick to his wife. We'll just leave it at that. Well, unless we forget Batman Arkham City. Let's get Calendar Man. What a villain name that is. To hear all of his dialogue, you had to visit him on 12 real-world holidays. If you played it legit, it took a whole year. The holidays included dates like Christmas, New Year's Day, Valentine's Day, Halloween, each triggering a unique lines recorded specifically for that day. Visiting him on the 12 holidays also unlocked the Calendar Man Achievement Trophy. Yay! Woo. Anyway, for the most part, many players just bypassed it manually, changing their console's internal clock. But you didn't hear that from me. It was around 2010 when the magic just died. We stopped playing games and started mining them. Data mining. It's like an autopsy, but performed by dudes who can't get laid. The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Fellow game designer and extreme Poindexter, Edmund McMillan spent months building a puzzle to unlock The Lost. It required dying in specific rooms with specific items across multiple runs, and it was a masterpiece of community mystery. The community cracked it in about 109 hours. They didn't even solve it, they just ripped the code open and read the spoilers. McMillan was devastated. And I don't blame him. Imagine building a beautiful escape room and some guy just shows up with a chainsaw, blows through the walls and says, "Where's your toilet?" And speaking of chainsaws, even 2016's Doom couldn't hide it. Developers hid a full spectrogram of a pentagram in the number 666 inside the game's audio files. You couldn't even hear it. You had to run the sound through a visualizer just to see the music. And I love this. It's like a secret message from Satan, but only for people who are way too nerdy to actually go to a cult meeting. I would love to sell my soul, but I gotta fucking dress up like Gandalf and go to an elders meeting in like 10 minutes. And who can forget the double rainbow Easter egg in Borderlands 2? It only triggers if you stand on a specific cliff in the Highlands. Claptrap, that little prick, starts crying and screaming about what it means. It's a reference to a viral video from 2010.
All the way. What does this mean? Fall on. Oh!
Do you remember 2010 when our only problem was a guy crying at a rainbow and not, J-mail stuff? Ixnay on the Epstein way. Simpler time. Now it seems like the developers have just given up. They know we're gonna tear the files apart, so they just feed us. They just give it to us. The dirt bike game Trials Evolution. Now this one is king. There are hidden planks that when combined create a riddle, and that riddle leads to a website. That website leads to coordinates in the real world. Paris, London, San Francisco. People dug up literal treasure chests containing keys. And the keys, they come with a message. One of them will open a box under the Eiffel Tower in the year 2113. Which is perfect, because by then, I'll be dead, you'll be dead, and the only ones who won't be dead are our reptilian overlords. But let's save that one for another video. And of course, who can forget Cyberpunk 2077? At launch, it first came out smelling like poopy, but slowly became one of my favorite games of all time. Well, not me, of course, because, I'm not real, and pretty much it's just the guy who writes my jokes and makes my arm moves in the same continuous loop every time. He's trying to figure it out, trust me, just stay with him. But FF06B5, it was a code on the statues that meant nothing for years. Then CDPR added an entire 2D arcade game in the patch just to give it a mystery of conclusion. It's a digital laser pointer and the most Night City distraction ever. And all of this begs the question, why do we just keep looking? Because deep down, we want to believe the world is still bigger than the code. We want to believe that there's something out there that wasn't put there by a nerdy guy in a cubicle. But let's be real. If there's a secret left in 2026, it's probably just a bug that someone turned into a feature to keep their health insurance. Yay. I'm Riley, this has been Pixeltology. Now go outside. Or don't, I'm not your dad. My father actually stayed for the ending of my games. No, he didn't. What am I talking about here? Don't forget to like and subscribe, unless you're a data miner, in which case, you've probably already found the subscribe button in my source code. But as always, stay nerdy and stay curious.